All right, Josh. First of all, once again, congratulations with the new title as being the owner of Fremad Amager, and congrats with the jersey.
Thank you.
So, most important of all for all of us, who is Josh Wallace?
Hi, AMA fans. My name is Josh Wallace. I'm the new owner of the club. We're actually in an ownership group, but I'm kind of in front of it. Personally, I live in Lake Oswego, Oregon, in the U.S. I'm married, been married for 21 years, have two small children, a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old. And, we're very excited for, this opportunity that we've become a part of.
Why is Fremad Amager the chosen one?
Well, there's several reasons, but the most important of which is, we're looking for something to get involved with that has a lot of potential, that has a lot of spirit, and that we can look to, improve and build on. And also, the area, the passion of the fans and the fan base. It's all something that, we were very excited about when the opportunity came around.
Yeah, sounds good. What's your knowledge in general, like with the football in Europe and the sport in general in Europe?
So, I'm a fan. I've been a big fan for many years. I haven't been a professional in the football space for many years. But what we're looking to do here is put the right people in place and have a group that are professionals and are experienced and can build us in the right way for the future. But as an individual, I'm predominantly a fan.
Could you please introduce us to like your professional business part of life?
Sure. So, coming out of university, I started my business career in the high-tech industry. I worked for many years at Intel, the microprocessor company. After Intel, I transitioned into, some more entrepreneurial type of businesses. I got into the investing and trading space. That was a colossal failure for me. I ended up, getting into some regulatory problems and, closing up that business, but ultimately, learned from that experience and, was able to kind of, take responsibility for the mistakes I made, learn how to be a better entrepreneur, learn how to, build and run businesses, in the right way, and move forward out of that. Since then, we've, myself and part of this ownership group of AMA, we're in the cannabis space in the U.S., which has become a legalized business over the last 10 years. And it was a very sort of budding, new, growing business, and still is. And we've been really excited about that and had a good time in this business for the last several years, and are looking forward to the continued growth in that business as well. So, on the business side, I'm not just a fan. I have experience in starting and running businesses and running them well and also not well, which we learn from, but we're here to, do better and have AMA do better on both the business side and the sporting side.
That sounds interesting, especially the last part for the fans, I guess. Is there anything in like the American working culture that could be like brought to the setup in Denmark, like in the club Fremad Amager, even though it's pretty early in the process of your ownership? And besides from that, what values do you think is important in an organization?
Yeah, so it's really early, as you said, and one of the things I want to do is see how things are going and learn from the existing club structure. But from a values perspective, what we really want to do is be a part of the community. We want to grow in a consistent, planned way. So one of our values will be planning and discipline and execution of a plan. We won't be, we're going to do our best to not be scatterbrained and changing decisions and jumping all over the place. So we want to set a plan, and we want to build towards, some goals that we have for the future. And all of that will become more apparent as we move forward and get farther into this a little bit. There is going to be a transition here, and I think that will come with a flurry of activity at the beginning that isn't necessarily indicative always of the way that we want to plan and build, but is necessary at this transition stage from the former owner to us, that there's going to be a flurry of transitional activity. Yeah, so we have a winter break right now and a transfer window, and as I said, there's going to be some activity there with a very short-term goal of improving the team to ensure that we stay up this season. It's important that we do the best we can to stay up in the division, and then from there we're going to put a plan in place to to move the club up the table out sporting wise as best we can, and become as competitive as we can within our culture and our values. And that's the plan. That's the high level plan, is to set in place a culture that we can all be proud of and that the island can be proud of. And then we'll plan our sporting side accordingly on how it fits in the culture. And that culture should permeate the whole club on the sporting side and the business side.
Do you have ideas, and will you be like kind of creative in a process of like bringing, let's just say, a more fun part of like being for a home game, for example, like do some events at the home games?
Yeah, I think we'd like to liven up the home atmosphere. It's something that we tend to be pretty good at in America, so we have ideas on how to make it exciting for the fans and the family, not only from the sporting side, but just as an event, right? As a fun event for people and for families to go to. And so I expect that we'll be implementing some ideas here in the future for some of our home games. Hopefully we can see a lot of you out there and, having fun and enjoying yourselves at the games. That's the point, right? This is ultimately, we're out here to enjoy ourselves and watch some good football. And we will be hopefully injecting a little bit of life and enthusiasm into the stadium.
I think last of all, we already know that you will be joining us in January to meet sponsors and fans. And I think the most important part here is to welcome you to the island.
Yeah, I look forward to meeting everyone when I'm there in January. And I look forward to our first game back from the break. I hope to meet you all. If you ever see me, feel free to come up and say hi and have a chat and ask me any questions. And I'll be around. I'll be in the stands.